when you see someone standing there and they don't put anything in, you're like, damn. And then if you see someone do put something, it makes you go harder, you know? It was an experience. But at the end of the day, afterwards, I really liked it that I did it again the next year.
How did you get into archery?
So I did watch that movie Hunger Games. However, I was already doing archery because like my family's from Mississippi, so like part of hunting was also bow and arrow. Yeah, and then the movie just made me want to explore it more.
Yeah. Because archery is cool. I tried it one setup when I was very young. I was like at a YMCA class, and I was terrible. That was my one time trying it.
I can't lie, man. I always thought a bow and arrow, like how effective is that for real? And then I helped Tyler move one day. A good friend of the show too.
Shout out Tyler.
So I helped him move, and he had like a whole, a case.
For real?
Yeah, and he opened it up. He says, "Hey, man, you want to see it?" And his eyes like, I'm like, "Yo."
I never knew that about Tyler.
Like, yeah, let me see it, man. Pulls it out. He says, "You can hold it." I pick it up. I'm like, okay, yo, never mind. Never mind. This is a real
Did he shoot it?
weapon. Oh my God. No, I didn't shoot it. But yo, just pulling it back, how much, yo, it's insane.
People hunt. People actually hunt animals with those.
Hey, man.
It's crazy.
I never killed an animal with it though. Just like target practice.
Just targets.
Do I want to? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. It's probably, I mean, it takes skill though. I would say that, like, to kill an animal with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Because they're moving, and then you have, like, that takes a lot of accuracy.
Just just shooting a target.
Yeah, shooting a target. Yeah.
Takes
Because
a lot
it's a
of
moving
work.
target.
You guys ever been like airsoft-y?
That's something
Or
that I
like
want to do. I
paintball?
haven't. No.
Oh, paintball, yeah. Paintball. I actually went to a gun range recently. I was in North Carolina. We went to a gun range. It was my first time shooting a gun.
How did it feel?
It was cold, so that made it kind of like, because my fingers got so cold from like holding. The first one we shot was like an M9 or something, like a Glock, and my fingers got so cold, and like you feel, and like kind of numb. And before I shot like the first one, like I was like, I don't know, it felt so weird, like, because it was my first time shooting a gun, and it took like I had to like just go for it, and then after that one, but it was all normal until I shot like the shotgun. That one.
Hit your shoulder a bit.
No, it wasn't that. It was like, because I was prepared for the kick, but then like it just sent adrenaline through my body because it was like so powerful. Like I was like, I jumped after I put it, because I was like, dang. Like I guess like you felt the power, like, because like I think that one has like a huge kick.
I've never shot one of those before. I had like this small little gun, like the one you seen of Men in Black. And my uncle was like, "Here, try this." I was probably like 17 at the time, so like, I was like, okay. I know I'm small, but like I'm not that small. I can handle something.
Well, I never seen one of those in person. I've only heard people talk about how small are they?
It's really tiny. I wasn't trying to shoot it because like I'm like, like do I hold it up close?
How do you get the finger in the trigger? It's a water gun.
And then I'm like, I'm going to shoot it, right? And then my uncle's like, don't hold it straight up. Hold it out.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I hope no one's over there because it's like a bunch of woods. I might accidentally have killed like a cattle or something.
Damn. You ever shot?
I never shot a gun, man. Nah.
Paintballing?
No.
Yeah,
That's something that I want to do. Yeah, but I haven't. No.
I've been paintballing. It's fun.
Yeah.
Unless you go with somebody who's a super tryhard, like Christian.
There's a lot of
Christian-
super tryhards, man, out here, like who really do stuff, you know, especially paintball. I'm
'cause
scared.
It's painful. It's painful, you know, especially if you don't got like that many layers. Like you'll feel it. We should go out one day. Go out there. Nonstop does paintball.
Would your eyes get big when you said that, man? Why?
Oh,
Plan
no.
on shooting me, bro?
Nah.
Come on,
I'm
man.
not.
Let's go.
I only shoot if they shoot at me. You know.
All right.
I'm peaceful.
Airsoft thing I've done several times before.
Wait, how does airsoft work?
It's almost like using like a real gun, but you're not, and you're shooting more like plastic pebbles instead of the metal ones. And I feel like it's kind of more painful because you have like a smaller sting as opposed to like a big. But
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, I've got hit on the forehead because like the way my mask was designed, it didn't cover the top part. It just like was a dip. And
How do they know when you get hit? You just gotta like, is it the honor system or?
Yeah, you gotta call it.
You could just lie. Oh, I ain't get hit.
You get that a lot. There's a arena like in Miami Hialeah area.
Yeah.
Miami Hialeah. What's that? Miami
Lakes.
Hialeah
Miami Lakes?
Gardens. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Hialeah
okay.
Gardens.
It's like so many subgenres of neighborhoods.
Yeah, there's Hialeah Lakes, Miami Lakes, Miami Lakes.
Oh man, I get uncomfortable over there, bro.
Where?
In Hialeah.
Too much Spanish or?
No, oh no, no. The driving is just it's another level, man. It's a level they don't teach you, and
It feels the same everywhere in Miami to me.
okay. All right.
Well, here is it calmer. Like in Broward, I guess it's probably chiller than Miami. Actually, yeah. But cause I go to down to Miami, like maybe once a week. And I'm like, damn, this is Miami. you end up on I-95 going south, and you're just like, people doing the craziest things.
It gets reckless, man. People just do what they want, you know. Like I'm gonna turn right now. I'm gonna turn. Yeah. Oh wait, that's my exit. All right. It's just how it goes.
Do you guys meditate?
Lately, I have not been doing that, but
Let me move it closer.
yeah, lately I haven't been doing that, but I do love meditating.
Mm-hmm.
I just been kind of busy, but since like you reminded me of it, I should do it more often.
Yeah, I ask because like I do some mindfulness meditation daily, and an interesting experience / like thing that happened to me was like and I believe it applies to most people. Like if you try to just sit and not think, like not have a thought come to your mind, you could probably, I don't know if we can go like a minute, I would say, without having like because if you tell your mind not to think, it's gonna think.
Yeah,
and that's something that was really interesting, and I was curious if like, is it how our minds are made, or is it just because since we're little we're just always thinking, you know?
I was just like thinking a lot now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get like that quiet noise, you know, like that background noise if I'm not in complete thought. That sounds like an airhead.
No. You're right. You're right though. Like I don't really know how to answer that too much, but I do know what it is, or what it feels like to not think. You know, to just be, and then full stop. Like that's it.
Yeah,
I do know what that is, and I've been there. Like that's just silence, and you can just move. You know, like just do something without thinking about it. And I feel like when that happens, when that tends to happen, you get into this state of, I guess that's what flow like really is to some degree, if that makes sense. Okay, to put it into perspective, have you ever been up on stage and performed a song just like straight through without, okay, wait, this is what I'm gonna say next. This is like just, you were just in the show, if that makes sense, in the performance.
Yeah. Sorry.
Would you say thought was like going through your mind? Were you thinking about anything else, or were you just expressing yourself?
Just expressing myself. Sometimes I do think about it going in, and then once the moment stops, everything just clears out, and then I'm just in it.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking anymore. But right before I go up, I'm overthinking everything.
But that's different though, cause like you're doing something, like if you're just sitting, trying to like focus on your breath or something. I feel like that's probably totally different than, cause if you're doing something, it's easier to like focus in and like be in the moment.
Yeah, but that would be doing something too. If your goal is to meditate, then you're meditating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then just meditate. When the thought comes in, that's okay, yo. You're you know what I'm saying? Like you're thinking, if that makes sense.
Question is what does it take you to get to that point where you're not thinking? Like, is it music in the background that makes you clear your mind? Or are you simply just counting within yourself?
Okay. For me, I've had different types of meditations. I've tried counting. I feel like counting and breathing works best for me, right? Paying attention to both. Like, I can meditate and just, okay, one, like just go up to 10 and then repeat it, go up to 10, repeat it, and then find myself just slowly, going out. Or just breathing, and if I ever find myself just going back into my head, at that moment, I just, okay, yo, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a lot. Back to my breathing. And then, it goes away. But the moments when I just try to sit in silence, oh, yo. Oh, nah, man. What's going on? Oh, was that a car? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear everything. I'm just, like, super aware. So.
It's just, like if it's, because I was thinking, like, what if you're not doing anything? Like, not breathing, not counting, just start thinking about. For me, it's usually like either something I have to do that day or something I have to do in the near future or something that happened recently. Those thoughts pull up. But that's when I try to focus on the breath. And
do you guys have like a designated area you like to meditate at? To like help you clear your mind easily? Like for me, it's sitting by a body of water, like going to the beach.
Yes. Yeah, that's really good. Like a sunrise.
Sunrise or at nighttime when the moon's like super high in the sky.
Yo, I've done the beach a handful of times, and I must say, hearing those waves just crash, I'm like, yeah, this is it. But nothing beats my chair, man. I got this chair. I've got this chair. Bought it from Target. It's not the best chair, but it's comfortable, and it gets me sitting in an upright position where I can just, ease out. Yeah. I think it's the chair for me.
I usually do it here, actually, in here. I come every morning. Because I do it every morning when I wake up. I do 15 minutes. And funny that you asked that, because I had a thought, like, I'm pretty sure, if you do it in nature, though, you probably it'll be easier. I feel like it's probably a lot easier if you do it out in nature, whether it's like the beach or at a park or some forest or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a lot easier. I need to try it out. I haven't, because I had that thought like this like a week ago, but haven't been able to go. So I need to test that out.
Might like Treetop Park.
I think I've heard of that. Where is it?
Wait.
It's probably west of here, I think. I've only been there like twice.
I don't think I've been to Treetop. Treetop is the big one, right? I think it's large.
It's pretty large, has a lake with it, and also a horse ranch.
Oh.
I don't know. There I don't know if it's Treetop, but there is another one that's I think it's on Sterling, if I'm not mistaken. Or somewhere around there. I've been to that park.
That one's Chronos, right? No.
No, that's not Grinnell's.
TY.
It's up. It's in what Sterling. Where else? Where else would that be by? I don't know. Like it's just up. It's up north. Not here. We're up. We're north.
Yeah.
But yeah, that park is cool. It's just I don't really ride with snakes, man. So so when you show me a sign that says, "Hey, yo, we got snakes," I'm not staying long. You know, like I'll pop in and I'll just.
You won't meditate. You won't close your eyes.
Dude, I tried. That's why I'm bringing this up. I tried. Yo, I sat. This was around the time when I was smoking. So I had a joint in my pocket, and I was like, you know what, man? Let me just go to the park, light this one up, and just sit down and ease away, just chill. So that's what I do. For one, the wind was blowing, so I couldn't light up. I couldn't do anything. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Whatever. Finally, I positioned it at the right place. I flicked it. Finally lit up. I took one puff. Started coughing. Started dying a little bit. Caught myself. All right, I'm good. I had my notebook on me too. So I wrote, okay, I feel nice. I feel good. Now I'm going to meditate. Literally in my notebook, composition. Put it down. Squirrels started to come out. There was some goldfish on the floor. They came, grabbed some, and ran away. I'm like, all right, cool. Yo, this is nice. This is safe. So I closed my eyes. Fam, there's too much noise at the forest. What is this? I hear trees cracking and breaking and shit. I hear lizards sliding.
That's
man.
how it is in the actual forest, which is crazy.
Yo, I'm good. I'm straight.
Like you would think that it's calm in the forest, but in the forest,
It's loud, man. Mm-mm.
I remember I went to Costa Rica, and then in the forest it was super loud. Like I don't even know what animal it was, but it was it was making like a clicking noise, like all throughout the day.
Yeah.
All throughout the day. Wait, do you think the smoking help with meditation?
For me, check this out.
I never tried it.
For me, check this out. I'll be honest. It's a whole different type of thought, yo. Like it's super. For me, it's super creative. Like I get in my bag, man. So remember, there's meditation where there's no thought.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's meditation where the thoughts do come, and I don't resist it as much. Maybe I get aware, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me try to see if I can get a handle it or stop it or whatever. But for the most part, I just let it go. I just let it roam. Now, when I'm high, bro, and I'm meditating, those thoughts get fire. Like I'm seeing out of the box, conversations that I'm having with myself. Like I don't know. I'll talk about some self-care. So I'm like, yo, man, you know what you could do? What? You can go out to eat tomorrow. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, man, you should, dude. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Regular conversations that I really wouldn't even have, So yeah.
Well, you said it's not for you.
I love meditating in the wild, but if I'm high, I can hear every single noise, and I feel like my senses become hyping.
Yeah.
So the smallest thing, I hear it 10 times more than I should, even if it's for instance, I went to Mississippi a couple of months ago, last year, and you can hear the highway from where we live. And we're 10 miles out.
Dang.
You're like, oh, yep, that's a car coming. It'll be here in 5 minutes. Just coming through.
That's crazy. I mean, your senses are heightened.
You hear the wolves and the coyotes.
Coyotes?
Yeah.
Oh.
They just
it's
look
like
tall
that.
dogs. My first night there, when I was visiting, my uncle was like, you gotta beware of the coyotes, because it's summer or fall time, so it's not winter yet, so they're still out and about. And he scared me my first night. I'm thinking my first night I'm just gonna walk around the whole block or whatever and just chill, take the dog with me for protection. Nope. Because there's no lighting. Everything is pitch black. So whatever you do, you like. I have my phone for a flashlight because you really can't see anything.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Wow.
That's very different from
Just imagine seeing some eyes, like something staring back at you. Oh wow, you brought up a memory for real, cause that happened to me. I don't know what it was, but I was in the Everglades, and you already know they got like it's the wild over there, you know.
Yeah.
So we out there at night. It's like 2 for some stars, watching some stars fall from the skies and shit. And so so we're chilling, and we go to this. I think it's a field. I don't know. It's a field. I don't know what they have going on, but it's a field. So we're walking, and in the distance, I can see like orbs, like eyes, just looking back at us. Yeah, just I don't know, like stuff like that is frightening for me at least, because you just not knowing, just the unknown, man, it can get scary.
Probably saw some bobcats or panthers.
Damn.
Okay. All right.
Or a local neighborhood cat. Just
okay. All right. Look. Cats.
Cats
I love cats. Don't get me started with cats. Cats are my homies.
Their eyes are scary sometimes though. If they catch a reflection.
Yeah.
Like they be like red or some color like that.
Red,
oh yeah.
green.
Mhm.
If they're in like a certain reflection. Even dogs too. Like Rocky, I have a dog, and one time I saw his eyes in a reflection. I was like, damn. How did you start, or when did you get like a love for nature? You would say. When did you have that?
Probably since I was born.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've always been into it. I've always had animals growing up. I had dogs. Name. I want you guys to guess an animal that you probably think I didn't have.
Oh.
That I had. Not too farmish.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you had a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. So okay.
Did you have a bearded dragon?
I did not.
Ah. I only know that because
you named
Christian.
2. I've only named none. All right. Let me, because I don't know. Like the ones that you told me. Okay. You can't have a frog.
You technically can.
You can have a. Yes, you can have a frog.
You can buy them at the pet store.
You can have a frog. That's right.
I've had a frog.
You've had a frog?
Where do you keep it?
Well, my fish ate it.
Wait. Piranha? What the hell?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, the shark? No, I don't think a shark's a fish.
You can also have a shark too, but not the big great white sharks. But yeah, I've had stingrays.
Dang. Wait. How did the what kind of fish is this?
It's an Oscar fish. It's pretty bigger than the little frogs, and it kind of ate them in the water.
Oh, the frog was small? Or was it like a...
It was, I forgot the breed it was, but it was one of those that stay on the water. They can live on the water.
I didn't even know that. I thought they usually were like out.
There's like, you have the frogs and you have like toads.
Mm-hmm.
Like a big difference. Toads are usually like...
Those are the ones that are out?
Mm-hmm. And they huge.
Yeah, toads are, you're right. You're absolutely right. Toads are like, wow, wow. And then, but the frogs are like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can, you know what I'm talking about.
Wait, which ones are the ones that say ribbit? Is the toad?
They both do, I think. Mainly the toad. The toad.
I forgot. No, I forgot. Like, that was the noise they made.
Yeah,
did you hear the 2 noises that I did? They were different. Wow. All right.
You did like a dubstep.
Wait, so where did you grow up? In Mississippi?
No, I grew up in Miami, summers in Mississippi. Yeah.
What part of Miami that you had all these animals? Like, she was in the Everglades.
Actually, in the city. So like, West Little River area.
Oh, shout out to West Little River. I used to say that. Why people do this? So you go to Central?
No, I played sports for Central, but I went to Turner Tech. So I had the agri-science program. So we had all those animals in the back.
You did. You had the cows. They had the cows.
I remember the cows.
I remember.
So I had a goat, and I had a huge mama goat that I bought, and she had 2 babies. And when she was having them, she wound up dying, and one died, and I had one left. So I saved one of the babies and I had to take it home. Right?
Wait, this is at Turner Tech?
At Turner Tech.
Wait, so you bought them and you were able to leave them there, or wait?
They stay at the school and we take care of everything at the school. But in this particular set, since the mom died, I had no way to like take care of the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to take him home and hand feed him all the time. And I had cats.
Oh.
So with the goat living with us inside our house, it picked up all the cat tendencies. So by the time I took him back to the school, he knew how to get out of the gates, how to He followed me everywhere I went. He even followed me into the main building of the school.
He was meowing.
Almost.
Oh, dang. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's cool until you like look back and you have a whole freaking goat following you into the main building. And everyone's like, Cynthia, look behind you.
Well,
Dang.
I don't know. I'd still. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
And
In
then
the
you
moment,
leave.
yeah, you going through it. You're like,
Yeah. Now I'm late to class because I had to go right way back, like a 10-minute walk.
dang. Wait, so those animals were yours? Like the students had? Wow.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
You guys ever been to the youth fair?
To AU fair?
The Miami
No, the
Dade
Miami.
Youth Fair
No.
or Broward County Youth
I think
Fair?
I went once. I haven't.
Oh yeah, the Miami Dade Youth Fair. Yeah.
No, the animal part, the whole where you see the chickens. And
Yeah.
all those animals you see, we enter those into the youth fair, and we show them like like a dog show. You walk them, you sit them, you breed them, and you label and name everything about it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, and you win money for his place and stuff like that.
It was usually just the animals you guys had there were just cows and goats, or what else?
Cows, goats, pig, sheep, chickens, guinea pigs, rabbits. We used to have horses. What else we had? Peacocks.
Dang. Y'all had a zoo.
That's cool, yo. Like what? And we
That
out here
is
worried
cool.
about football. Like, yo, that's dope.
But it's like the best of both worlds because I also did play sports as well.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
What sports did you play?
Volleyball, soccer, and softball.
Oh, dang, you were a year-round athlete? And she had all those animals. She was doing like 3 jobs. She was a student, she was raising those animals, and an athlete. Dang. That's crazy.
Yeah, I stayed busy in school. My parents was like, you gotta do something.
And you got into music when you were like younger, right?
Yeah.
But you weren't doing any. You were just like a hobby, right? Like you
Yeah,
weren't,
just a hobby.
you weren't like taking it serious or anything.
And just something to do when I didn't have anything else to do. So I taught myself how to play like the keys and the guitar and to sing.
What got you into country music? Cause I feel like in Miami, especially where we're from, like West Little River, no one's listening to country music. No one's listening to it. No one's listening to it.
Oh.
At least over there.
I mean, I like country music for
Yeah.
simply just the acoustic guitar parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
I find it pretty fascinating. Like if you actually get the real stuff, not the mainstream pop country music that everybody hears.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're good.
I wouldn't necessarily say that I play country music, but it is an influence.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Like living in Tallahassee, because I did go to school
Yeah.
up there. The radio is not as broad as Miami at that time. So you get like country, FAMU radio station, a couple of other, 99 regular ones, but a lot of country stations. So I listen to it every now and then eventually got, okay, it's not so bad.
I gotta give it a try. But you said it not like the mainstream one, right? Like the
Yeah.
like underground, I guess, or
Underground, yeah.
they got underground country.
Or like, with every artist, they come out, it's so raw and authentic, and then over time
It
it becomes
changes.
poppy.
Yeah, sound changes. That's when money is involved.
I mean, yeah, they need. Well, if you want to make money, right?
Yeah. I guess that's like the thin line of your morals. What would you do to keep them? The strategic part about it too.
Yeah, it gets super complicated. I know that's not what we're talking about, but it gets super complicated, man. So there's one side of it when, where it's, all right, I'm doing this because it's something that I love, and, the music is pouring out of my soul and my heart. And then there's the other side when all of the other stuff starts coming in, right? So now you have problems and things are popping up that you didn't have before, like people who depend on you. Now you're paying other people's. You know what I'm saying? Like it's insane. So sometimes the work or whatever it is that you're producing has to change a little bit in order to, meet the, I don't know, just make things mend.
Yeah, because at the same time it becomes a job, right? Especially like if you're, I mean, it's not like it's not a job that you hate, of course, but it's like you need something that's gonna like pay for you and like your team.
Yeah,
and all the
man.
employees.
What? You got so many people that depend on you now. Now Bob, who's doing your marketing, he relies on you to bring in the money so he can get his kids, to go to school or whatever the case may be. So if that means, hey, you got to change your music, like that's crazy. It's crazy to believe, but no one really thinks about that. Like we just sit back and say, you changed,
But Bob he would be all right, right? If you didn't do that.
Well, Bob is one of the reasons for why you got here. You know what I'm saying? Bob was with you from the jump. He was helping you.
Bob should have diversified his earnings. He should rely 100%.
Doesn't matter, man. Bob got a stake in you, bro. You got 2% out of you. He's good. He's straight. But yeah, I understand it. Country, I never really gave country a try, and I need to, because I'm realizing, man, a lot of the stuff that I like, not a lot of it. Let me stop lying. A good percentage of the stuff that I like comes from the people around me. But the truth is, I got to find out what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go dive and check some stuff out. And if I genuinely don't like it, then I don't like it. But I can't just say it without trying anything. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to boot up some country and see what time it is. Not the top 40, though, because I agree with you. I think, some poppy.
I kind of feel like it went to the direction of tequila in Costa Rica.
What?
No, because like in most country music back then, it's like, cool, it's like heartfelt, and I'm not gonna say like all of the songs are depressing. It's not. It's really uplifting, but there are some depressing songs. And now today is like they made it more so pop that everyone's now drinking tequila or something in their songs.
Ah. So it's like happy-go-lucky time.
It's not bad, but
yeah,
it's not the same.
There's no like you can't get like any like true feelings from it.
There's no soul in it.
Yeah, there's no.
We're gonna get some tequila.
It sounds like a line dance, exactly. Like a
They do have a few of those. But I don't even know. Does your like love for nature, did it help with like your spiritual journey in a way? Like, have you always been spiritually inclined because of that, or?
Yes.
Yeah. And what?
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. What took it to the next level, if anything, like you're just like spiritual? Because I was looking at your page and I could tell like you're a pretty spiritual person. So.
Is let's see. I don't know how to answer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way to answer it, but there's like a million ways that like I have like it's so many directions that led me there. It's kind of hard to pinpoint just one. I guess like having like me growing up with them, like understanding how they interact and how they feel and how easy it is to see how like not a person, how an animal is trained in the way that you train him to be, and then he reacts that way. And same with humans. Technically, like, we're in a system where we're being trained just to do the basics of life, but a lot of people take it further on and then put their own beliefs on you, and now you're like growing up confused. And the same thing with animals. You watch them grow up in a way that you train them, and then they do as such. But then you have rescues, dogs that's been left behind, and you never know how they grow up. So you gotta try to figure out why they're so shy. Maybe they came from an abusive home, or why like they so aggressive. Maybe some kid tried to set their tail on fire. You just never know. You never know like what they go through. So it's kind of more heartfelt that way because they have no control in like what they do based on the domestic, that we put on them, like that type of atmosphere. And just I don't know, just feel more natural to me. And then with the fruits and berries, that is like an abundance. You know what I mean? It's something that's seasonal, but it comes in a whole, in it comes in a lot. All right, for instance, like you have a mango tree here, right? This mango tree at this particular time, let's say in June, would bear all fruit. And that mango tree would contain at least maybe 300 mangoes. But people would rather go to the store and buy like a $2 or 2 for 1 mango when it's free in their backyard. Like, I just don't understand that logic. And I'm like, nature provides. It's right here. And you're like, you literally go waste your gas, do the extra mile to get something that's probably got pesticides on it because it's from another country into the U.S. And sorry, I'm tongue.
No, you get.
And for produce to come into our country, we have to spray them with pesticides to make sure like they're not entering any bugs that can, overtake our growth in farmland and stuff like that. So that's like
Oh wow,
it goes deep.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
So like I try to share that you can find things very locally rather than always going to the store to get it. And then you technically giving this branch, let's say Walmart, right?
Yeah.
They have a high number of franchises, right? And it doesn't stop with Walmart. Then you got Walgreens. These are like all simple branches off from them being bought out. Like buying out Dollar Tree and making them into Family Dollars, or buying out the local store and then making it into a Dollar Tree. You're supporting these stores, but in your own backyard, you have so much wealth. And I feel like people do not see that, and I just want to bring light to it.
That's true. I was actually thinking of that the other day. Like 2 weeks ago, I was in Walmart and I was like, dang, I need to go like to a market. Like to a farmer's market, yeah, to get like fresh fruit and stuff. Because like so much of the stuff is like processed, and I was like, yeah, dang. And what you say, you gonna say something?
Nah, like that's real. That's real, man.
It is. And what you said about the animals, like we're animals too. Like I feel like a lot of people forget that humans are animals, and we're, like you said, what happens with the animals? Like things happen to them in their life, and we become a certain way.
Based off that trauma,
Yeah, we forget sometimes. But, I mean, I think we're supposed to. We're not really supposed to sit here and say, oh, we're human beings. We're animal. I don't think we're supposed to say that. It's similar to a dog walking around saying, wait a minute, I'm a dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just in your nature to do what's keen to you. Like, what's I don't know.
And, like, over time, people have made certain words to be bad. Being an animal doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Or being a beast, or, certain words, they made it seem so negative that once it's being said, it's this automatically, and everyone judge it off that.
It creates a trigger. It's like, it's a link to, some sort of emotion. Like, okay, an animal is supposed to be something less than, if that makes sense. Like, but no, it's not true. It's not true. It's just what energy we charge the word with, what energies we charge the words with. Yeah.
How'd you come up with Cynn Sage? That's a pretty cool name. Actually, that's
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
best names actually.
Look at that. Boom. We even brought out this age because Cynn is in the building.
You always want sin to be a good thing. No, I'm joking.
Hey.
Sin is formally just a acronym of my real name, Cynthia. And Sage came from a good friend of mine that was going through a very traumatic experience, and I was there to help him through it. And in the midst of conversation, he somehow said Cynn Sage, and it just like it stuck. At first, I thought he said sensei, and I'm like, sensei.
Hey, that wouldn't be bad either.
That's a cool artist name, Sensei.
Do you guys know my previous stage name?
No.
Is it like Sinfully Sweet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I
That
said no so quickly, and I've heard that before.
And my rapper name is Cinderblock.
For real?
Cinder Block on the track.
Hey, stop playing. It's Cinder Black.
That's funny. How long did it take you to come up with a name when you first wanted to be an artist? I feel like that's like hard.
It is hard because I feel like I wasn't really satisfied with the name Simply Sweet. At the time, it was just something that I wanted to do rather than use my own name. Mm-hmm. But before I was even that, I used my DJ name, Cynn Slide.
Wait, is this real?
Yes, I used to be a DJ at a skate rink when I was a kid. I used to go skating all the time. Roller skating, like road bounce.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? Cynn Lines?
Cynn Slide.
Oh, Cynn Slide.
And before that, when I was a mechanic, I was Cynn Tools.
Cynn everything is Cynn.
So if you ever here's one of my friends introduced me. Someone say, I've known her by many names. I don't know what name she's going to be today.
That's this man, too. I can't wait till you make a movie. Cynn Cinema.
But I feel like I finally morphed into the name I'm supposed to have. And that's Cynn Sage.
Yeah, that's pretty top tier. I'd say. Like, from all the artists, down here I've met, that's probably one of the best names.
Yeah.
It helped too because I feel like people were taking me more seriously. I feel like Simply Sweet had kind of like a gimmick vibe to it, even though I didn't.
Yeah.
But
They were like, "Oh, Cynn Sage is in the building." Everybody. Be careful.
Everybody get ready. Get ready.
How did do you know what busking is? Busking. I think that's how you say it.
yeah, busking.
I saw it on your page, and that's the first time I heard that word. Actually, I didn't know that's what you called it. But it's like performing outside, right? How would you define it?
It's street performing. Yeah.
How did you get into that? 'Cause that's pretty cool.
I was really scared when I first started doing that. I've heard this platform called Busker Fest from a friend. I was doing a show at, and they recommended me to sign up for it. And all right, let me see what this is about. And I didn't know what to do because I am so used to performing my own material that I don't really know too many covers. So I'm going in trying to learn as many covers as I can. And by the time I got there, I had Metro Station, the Wolfson campus part, right underneath the Metro Road.
Okay, yeah.
Had everything set up and, just playing, but I was so nervous because I was by myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was it's kind of unusual for me to do it because I'm not used to asking people for money or playing for money. So it's when you see someone standing there and they don't put anything in, you're like, damn. And then if you see someone do put something, it makes you go harder, It was was an experience. But at the end of the day, afterwards, I really liked it. That I did it again the next year, and then I applied again the next year. The next thing you know, I'm busking with another fellow artist named Nay Rose, and she does busking too, but she's great.
Yeah. Dang. That's really cool. And you got to be like, that's really dope. Cause you got to be super. You got to get uncomfortable to.
Yeah, and you have to like improv too, because you never know like what's gonna happen. You have random people that come up to you. Some can be, especially if it's at nighttime. Then you get some drunk people.
Yeah.
And they're funny ones because they more lively. Some are like fun to be with. They know all your lyrics. And if they don't know your lyrics, they'll still try to sing along with you. At some point, you give them the stage. You're like, yeah, let's go. It's your birthday. Yeah, it's really cool experience. You know, I say some of my best times doing that is being on the fly and improving. Yeah. And simply just like, hello everybody, how you doing? Like I will be saying this at the same time. You in a blue shirt? Hey, what's your name?
Oh wow! Dang.
Wow.
Do you do it often now, or is it just every now and then?
Not as often, but what I did learn from there, I do implement that on the stage.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a free stage. Like you can pick up like stuff that works.
Yeah. Like if you can get a random person to do something, imagine a whole room.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You gonna try it, Flamo?
Get in the room to do something? Eventually. But yo, you're right. And the thing is, it's a good something. And I'm gonna bring up something that you do that I find so dope, because it's engaging and everyone's like interacting and getting into it, and you can just feel the element of, okay, something amazing is about to go down. It's I know I'm about to mess this up, but I think it's
yeah, it's that.
There you go. Oh yeah. Listen, anytime you tell me to do that, I'm doing it. Like straight up. Did you get that from performing out? Or was that something that you always knew that you would implement into your show?
It's not something I always knew I would implement into a show. It came from a memory, like, of this song that I used to listen to all the time, and it had like a little clap that we made to it. It's like that Computer Love song. You ever heard of it? It's like imagine like a T-Pain auto-tune sound on the words Computer Love. And we used to just sit there and clap to the song. I was like, what if I made a song, right, that did the same thing? It sounds good, but also gets people involved, because I have a lot of fun just doing it, clap myself. So.
Okay. Wow. For real?
It was scary because I didn't think, like, I didn't know how to get people to do it, though, because I can say do this, but then they don't get the rhythm. And then I remember as a kid, just learning how to do, like, you ever had music class growing up?
I've had one class, and yeah.
You know how, like, they draw, like, ta, ti, ta?
Yes.
So I had to do that by saying 1, 2, 2. So you can get the beat automatically in your mind.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. So if you follow it, it gets that same rhythm to it. So I was like, It just, I don't know, for me it clicked.
Yeah.
And it clicks for the rest of us too, for sure. I'll tell you that. Like, that's dope. It's dope to just get everybody engaged in it, because now the music is alive. It's bigger and deeper than just somebody on the stage, you know? Like, now you feel like you're a part of the performance. That's important.
My music experience is kind of funny. I was like in band in like elementary. I think like 4th and 5th grade. And it was kind of sad and kind of funny, like, cause I needed glasses and I couldn't see any of the notes. And I was just doing band because I'd get to skip class if I did it. And I was a mess because I didn't know anything, because I couldn't see the notes every time we played because I needed glasses. But I didn't tell anybody. So I remember we had like, I think like at the end of the year or at some point there was like an exam where like the you had to go perform with the music teacher one-on-one. I'm pretty sure that man thought I was insane or something. I thought I was like slow or something. I had no idea what I was doing there.
What instrument did you have?
I had the clarinet and the trumpet.
How'd you get two if you don't know how to?
I don't know. I think I
notes,
traded. I think I switched at one point.
Hey, you got two. You get two. Do two of them instruments.
So I think I had the clarinet first, and they're like, "Oh, this man doesn't know what he's doing." Give me a trumpet.
Oh wait, how was that easy? Whatever, man. Whatever.
I have no idea. Give this man a trumpet instead. It'll probably sound better. I remember the clarinet was cool. It was Squidward had a clarinet, I think.
He never got to practice though, so it's all right.
Yeah, I feel like if I had a chance, maybe I could have been good at music. You know, if I had glasses and studied it.
If you had the chance.
Well, like as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, like as a kid, if I was.
So we all got the chance, brother.
Yeah, now. But for you, you started very young, right? Learning the guitar.
I started at 12 years old. Yeah. But like I picked up the guitar for my birthday, right, to start playing it, but I didn't know what I was doing.
You just picked it up. Like you got one? Or
well, yeah, like my mom took me to Circuit City. Sorry, it's a place that's no longer existing. It's like a Best Buy, and we bought this really cheap guitar. It was like $30, and I was like playing it, and it was cool, but I didn't know what I was doing. And I was like, okay, I don't have no real teacher to teach me how to play this, and I was trying to figure it out, and it just wasn't working on my own, so I had to go to church. So I went to a family church, and one of my uncles played the guitar there, so every Sunday, I'd be sitting next to him just looking. Because
I pictured it.
Because like he knows how to play really great, you know, but he had no one to teach him to say, okay, this is why this works, or this is what this is. He couldn't explain it to me, so I had to just sit there and watch. It's like this.
You gotta do it. Listen,
do this. Do this. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Something good gonna come out.
You ain't doing it right. You gotta. Yeah.
And it took a while, you know. It took a while, but eventually I got it. So I'm like, okay, I remember something. Now I'm gonna go home, right? And I go home. I missed like 2 Sundays because I'm still trying to go at it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back next week because I think I forgot something. And then I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna keep coming every Sunday so I won't forget. Then it started off.
You didn't have a camera to record them, so you can look back at the tape.
Not at all at that time. Oh man, that's funny because I had like the first Nokia. Not the first Nokia, but like that square one, the little blue one.
Yeah,
the brick.
Yeah, the block. Yeah,
I think that one had Snake.
It had Snake.
Yeah.
It had Snake.
No camera.
Fun.
Wait, didn't one of them bad boys have a flashlight? I remember one of them phones had a flashlight. It was at the top. It was literally like a little bulb, bro.
It was a bulb.
Duh, I don't know what it was. Had a flashlight though.
But I wish I had something to record them with, but it did not work. But I mean, it worked out because I wound up eventually picking it up.
You just kept at it, right?
Yeah, I just kept at it, but it's still like a little hobby, nothing too serious.
Mm.
It wasn't until like I got to college, and still a hobby. And then like I met one of my best friends there, still friends to this day. And he was like, "You can sing and you know how to play guitar." I didn't believe it.
You're lying.
He was like, he believed me so much that he was willing to help me start a band and then proceed with it so that I can get some type of confidence.
Yeah.
And we did so. And then he named it the Synthetics.
Is that where it started?
Oh, what?
With the synth?
Off rip. Damn.
The funny part about it, I was not the lead singer whatsoever. Like, I wrote songs, but that was it.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be like the center of attention at all. Still not, but I kind of have to be.
Yeah. That's cool. It was like four for you guys in the band? It was like 4?
It was like 5. It was me, guitar, bass player, singer, drum, and keys.
Oh, wow.
And because, yeah.
Y'all had that.
Because I went to FAMU, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's easier to find some musicians.
Yeah, they're pretty serious with the band. Did y'all make any music?
We made, as a band, we never recorded any music. One of my first songs that I ever put out was a song that I made while I was in that band called Divided Avenue. And we used to hit up open mics a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun. But still, like, it has nothing, it's not like Miami.
Because it was in Tallahassee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a little shack
Yeah.
called the Warehouse.
There was like only one place to go?
It was like the place. You know how like
Yeah.
Roots Miami is like the place to be for an open mic?
Yeah.
That place was like the place to be. It was, they had billiards on the other side, and then this side was like a whole bar, cabin like inside, but a warehouse.
Wait, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it was
That sounds
it was
fire.
really cool.
Yeah.
Not much lighting in there, so they had like these little Christmas lights going around in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I know what that means now. Anytime I see that, y'all don't got lights. That's what it is. I ain't got no lights.
And that's where it started for me, that place. For music, the Warehouse, I would say.
How was releasing a song for the first time? Was that like scary?
Yeah, it was very scary.
Yeah, I can imagine, because you're like putting yourself out there basically.
Yeah. And at that time, I didn't know anything about like recording. I just knew how to play guitar and sing. Like, I knew like how to record, but not like what it takes to record. Like, how many times it's gonna take me to redo a part because it wasn't perfect, and then kind of getting discouraged because you're not hitting it the right way, you know, and overthinking everything that you sing and play and put on top, and hopefully it comes out right.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to drop like the first one?
From the time that I started doing music, or
Yeah, like from the time you started working on it, on that song.
I've written a song already. When I finally got the courage to actually record it and put it out, it took me maybe like 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
That's not bad, especially for a first song.
Because like I didn't know exactly
Yeah.
what I was doing, what it took, what studios to go to, and what to look out for studios when I do go there. So it was like a whole new experience for me.
Did you start making music in Tallahassee, or when you came
When I
down
moved
here?
down here.
Yeah. That's probably, no, that's probably a good. Well, it's not the same with the music scene in Tallahassee. Right? It's just like college.
Yeah, I mean, it's a music scene there, but
Oh yeah, because T-Pain's from there.
but it's not Miami. It's like really like, if you want like to do something there with music, it's easier to do it than it is in Miami. I think Miami has that stigma. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. You know what I
And
mean?
that stigma is true. Yeah, that is true.
So it's like really difficult down here, but it's doable. It just a long road.
It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. Yeah, and people can get discouraged because of how much like hurdles and stuff you have to go through.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think it's true here in Miami?
Oh well, because I've heard that like a lot of times. Yeah. I've heard that, and I can kind of see why it would be like, or why it feels like that for a lot of people.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
I can kind of see it.
Because in other places, all right, and I think culture has a big thing to do with that, man. Like a major role. And I'll just bring up one example, and this might be extreme or far-fetched, but somewhere like New York, and I'm not talking about like the touristy areas, I'm talking about just the regular boroughs, and most of them share the same culture, you know? So if an artist is coming up from New York, everybody's repping that artist, especially if they're on to something great and genius. Everybody has your back. So it's like, you know, anywhere that you, like if you want to promote or push anything, or if you're pushing yourself as an artist, you got the back of like 4 or 5 boroughs behind you. Whereas in Miami, because we have such a melting pot of cultures and so many people trying to do things, and the support is just very tough when somebody just looks different or sounds different or come from a different background as you, you know? Like, no one likes to own each other down here, like, back each other up. I don't know. It's very hard.
That's true. And people don't think of, like, music when they think of Miami.
They think it's South Beach.
Yeah, they think, like, because Miami's like a tourist place. But now it's becoming more...
It's a different music that you think about. It's definitely more, like, electro, EDM, you know, electronic, tech, house. That's what you're thinking of when you think of Miami.
I feel like Wynwood did bring, like, that more raw, like, more music to Miami more, like, that spectrum. But I feel like because of all the building that's going on there, they now becoming South Beach all over again.
Yeah, now it's all touristy.
It's like, dang, where's the art now? Now where's the art moving to again?
Little Haiti. That's what it is.
It is. Yeah. But then luckily, you know, the whole space down here is kind of transitioning to that. I feel like there's a lot more art places that are, you know, that's popping up. And that's always a good sign, because with art comes the arts. That means anything that comes with art. You know, whether that's film, movie, TV, or artist painting, or even music. Like, everything always comes. It's a group, you know. They're brothers and cousins and sisters. So if you get one, then most likely you're getting the whole package. So, yeah.
What do you think it'll take for Miami to, like, get on the map in terms of music? Like,
it's already growing. It's getting on the map when it comes to music. It's just going to take some time. So if you choose to be at the forefront of it, like, if you're the artist the best way to put it is, you're an artist and you're working hard and your success it's like right around the corner. It means you're at the forefront of this, like, switch and, you know, creating, I guess, that space for Miami. And it might not just be you. It's like a class of you, like whoever else comes up with you. But it starts with that. It always starts with the people. No one else is gonna do it. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It always starts with the people.
I feel like the moment we have an artist come from out of Miami, it's probably gonna put Miami back on the map. Like, something that's not rap or hip hop related coming out of Miami will bring that music quality back to Miami. I think that might win it over.
And it's also whatever artist that's coming out of Miami, if they rep it, they rep where they're from. Yeah. Like, Drake goes hard for Canada and Toronto.
The six,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all he does. So imagine coming out of Miami and just repping Miami. I mean, these are the people who basically push you and motivate you to continue. Why not? Why wouldn't you?
True.
So
We had what, Pitbull come from out of Miami. We've had I think Kodak Black, right? From Miami.
He's from Pompano. Actually, he's from up here.
Oh, yeah.
But he can fall in there kind of.
Yeah, you got some. You got Denzel Curry. I believe I heard that name.
Denzel Curry. He's from Carroll City.
So you want to bring it into it, and then now we have like, it's the rap culture that's coming out of Miami. What about the other more music that has to offer down here?
Yeah.
You know,
Miami has soul, but okay. What I like about this is there's just so much to pull from.
Yeah.
When it comes to music out of here, because there's so many different sounds, and the world they just don't know, man. They just don't know. But what we like to do is label things and keep things, compartmentalized and shit. So it's always gonna be okay. You know what Miami does? Miami has rappers. That's what they create. They create a whole bunch of rappers. But that's not true. Like, let everybody else shine as well. There's other sounds down here. Support everything that we do. Don't just, why are you closing the gate? Why are you shutting the door? So yeah, you hear me? Hey, support Miami. Support Miami. Stop Miami rich.
Miami is huge, yeah. That's like Miami's so like different. Like the code, like it's a melting pot. Cause there's like so many different cultures and backgrounds that it's hard for everyone to unify against
what's crazy is
with one sound.
So many people don't like we either forget it or don't know it. Especially the tourists who fly in, they don't know it. They don't know it, and the people who live here, they don't get it.
They just trying to pay their bills, bro.
Yeah, they don't get it, dude. Like,
pay their bills.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy because it's right here. It's right outside. All you gotta do is just go outside. Like, it baffled me driving, like how you can drive from one area to the next, literally 1 block away, and then the whole world just changes. Like, what?
That's West Little River and Miami Shores.
Yeah.
Where'd that just go? Wait, what's going on? Why is this Walgreens in Spanish? Like, what? What the hell is happening?
That's cool.
What is happening? Did I leave?
Did I leave? That is a cool part of Miami. Unless you hate Spanish, but if there's one place you could travel to right now, where would you go in the world? One place.
That's a good question. Can it be a place I've already been?
Sure, yeah.
No, I'll probably just go to Canada.
Canada? Why Canada?
I've never been there before. I mean, I feel like the North America, right?
Yeah.
Kind of share the same similarity on the other side of the world, being that we have deserts, storms, forests, and all the other stuff, mountains, just a lot of places that's unexplored. So it wouldn't make a big difference if I was to choose what continent I'd rather be in.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see something new, something different, something icy.
I see.
And it's a short distance, so I wouldn't be lost at sea.
Wait, what do you mean lost? You go by plane, or
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't be traveling over. I mess around.
Oh, I thought you meant lost on a boat.
A plane could crash and you can get lost at sea too.
It can.
I watch too many of these survivor shows.
No, I mean, yeah, that's not that rare. I mean, often that's rare.
But probably Canada. Go to Toronto or Ontario. See what it's like. To bed.
It doesn't sound bad at all. Like, Toronto would be fire. I would assume.
It's all right.
What? Did you just shoot me down?
Nah, I'm fine.
It's all right,
I haven't
man.
been.
It's okay.
I do. Well, I would like to go to Egypt and some parts of Africa. I just want to see what it's like,
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if I can ever find the garden,
Where is it? Is it?
I don't know
nowhere
exactly
particular?
where it's at. I mean, it's somewhere over there.
Oh,
Probably north of Africa and south of Asia. So
so how would you do that treasure hunt? Would you ask around, like with a map?
I don't know. I'll let my heart guide me.
Yeah, this sounds
That-
similar to
Sounds
The
spiritual,
Alchemist.
right?
Yeah.
It sounds like The Alchemist.
We'll
Well-
see where I'm going.
Well,
Follow the North Star.
yeah. Well, you'll find a garden at least. So you know.
Where did we come from? Where did it start? I
Yeah.
kind of want to figure that out too, because I feel like wherever that is, it has like the answers to what we need to come back to reality of humans. Human
That
nature.
is interesting. Like the point of where.
Yeah, because I feel like this whole world has been destroyed and divided due to the greed of money and power,
Yeah.
and people in power without principles, and with that, they are able to do whatever they want with no morale nor remorse for anything. So, how do you get back to the human body? I mean, the human nature of just being positive and free willing and giving to other people, as opposed to always taking something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you find where you come from, you may have a sense of, you know,
Like a weight just lifting off of you, you know, a reset almost sometimes.
a lot of us are lost, you know,
Yeah.
and you're lost within yourselves because you forgot who you are. And then it shows, and then you express your fears to everybody else, and then they become fearful and then dramatic, and then that seed just keeps spreading everywhere, and everyone's like, chaotic. So
That's
I don't know.
that's very interesting because you saying that we forgot who we were, because growing up, or at least being that kid, you know, like that young girl or that young man, that young boy, did you know who you were? Did you understand yourself? Did you understand like what was going on around you? Because I think for me at that time, it was just being free, just being able to do what it was that I wanted to that day. No plans in particular, just, okay, this is what I want to do. And then now I'm doing it, you know. And the only thing that held me back or stopped me was my energy level. Like if I was low on energy, okay, you know what? Nah, TV, I'm done. No, I'm good. But if I'm hype, I'm going outside. Like I'm grabbing some sticks. I'm grabbing my bike. I'm biking. I'm shooting some hoops. I'm playing basketball. Like there was no real, all right, what is the meaning for me? My meaning was in my day. Like whatever I put in my 24 is what meant the world to me. I don't know.
It's an interesting question. It was. You said as a kid, did we feel like we were ourselves?
Yeah, did you know yourself? Because we're all searching for
Yeah.
that self now, it seems like. But did you ever know?
How do you know if you knew?
Uh,
Yeah.
I feel
Well.
like you have a sense
Yeah.
of what you knew, but something made you not do it and psych yourself out. Because think about it, what are you doing now that you did as a kid that made you stop doing it, and now you're doing it now?
I felt like I mean, yeah, there was a few things that I did. Like I was always observing and like asking why, like, and now I would have known my parents. I was like why is, I don't know, why are they doing that, or why does this do that? They'd get annoyed and stuff like that.
So you stop asking questions because now you feel like, okay, no one wants to hear
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
you know?
Hmm.
Imagine if you just didn't care what other people thought, like your
Yeah.
parents. You'd probably be further or like in your mindset than now. I mean, or where you're at now, just early on.
Yeah. One thing that I did do and that I do enjoy even to this day was like playing sports. I feel like that was always like my avenue of like expressing myself in a way, like just getting in a state of you could call it like flow, where you're just doing whatever activity and you're not thinking anything, you're just doing. That was always fun. I always consider myself like an athlete, even though I was like a chubby kid, but I was still pretty good.
I like having like that bond with everybody. You know, you feel like a group, a family.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, I could so easily talk to people, like strangers, like a little kid. Like a little kid would pull up, I was playing a game, and I would just start talking. And
Carefree, not a
Yeah.
Carefree, man.
Carefree.
Carefree. Yeah. I made this song that's in the works, titled Pop Out. So I sent the song to my sister, right? She's somewhere in Ohio, I think. Maybe in Georgia. I don't know.
No, damn.
She's somewhere. She's somewhere in the States. And she calls me back. Or she calls me and she says, yo, how do I get on that song? I'm like, what? What do you mean? Come on, I need to get on that song. I need to put my vocals there. I'm like, why? Because when people hear it, I want them to say, who's on that song? And then I say, I'm on that song. I'm like, oh, snap, that's dope. That's cool. But then it hit me. And I told her, I said, you remember when we was young? She goes, what do you mean? I said, we used to be outside making music together. She goes, oh, my gosh. I always think about that. It used to be me, my brother, and my two sisters. They're twins. We would be outside in the summer, and we would just write these songs.
For real?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And we would sing them. We would just write these songs and sing them. And we spoke about it. And I said, yo, there's no way that this girl remembered this. Like, I always had this memory.
Yeah.
And I always go back to this. Like, if I'm ever asked the question, hey, when did all of this, like, when did you really get into music? That's the first thing that comes up, but that's not what I talk about. You know? Like, I talk about, oh, yeah, when I was in middle school, I had a laptop and I was making beats. But in actuality, it was that. It was me being in that setting just with the three people that I care about. At the time, I cared about so much, and I still do, of course, but they were my favorite. Like, it was me, my two sisters, and my brother. Those were the people that I connected with the most in that point in my life. And we're just sitting there writing a song about summer. And the song was called Summertime.
You still remember it? Like,
No. No. Summertime.
How old were you?
I don't know. Maybe 9. I was 9. They're like, the sisters were like 4 years older than me. So maybe, what is that? 14?
14. Yeah.
13? 13.
You said you were 9.
13.
Plus 4.
13. So, so yeah, maybe like 13, 14 they were, and I was 9, 10. And my brother, of course, 10 years older than me. So he was, 20? And we're just kicking it, man. Just kicking it.
Damn. Did they ever make music?
No, but that's how I know I come from a deep family of just
a music family.
Not music, just a very artistic, creative family that never got a chance to express themselves. Nobody, except for my brother. My brother was the first one to do it, of course. And then me, come on now, I'm the prodigy. So, but yeah. And in the conversation with her, I say, like, I said the same thing I told her. I'm like, yo, we come from a family who does this. She's like, yeah, I know. I want to do it so bad. She has a kid now. She's like, I know I want to do it so bad. Like, I want to go out there, but I know I'll be scared. I'll be afraid to be in front of so many people. I said, you kind of have to go through that. Like, we all do, you know? So, yeah. She'll get it, though. She'll get it. I know that's what she
don't get on that song?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I told her
that.
send me something and we'll see what happens.
But that gaining that confidence is the hardest part of it all. Because without it, you're just like, you're never gonna grow.
Yeah.
The more afraid of it, you're gonna stay afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tell people, like if they want to get on stage and stuff like that, I'm like, you set the tone on how you want people to feel. No one knows who you are, and you can't be afraid to be vulnerable up there. So you have to just like be yourself and just express it, because you have the platform to do so and everyone's willing to listen to it. You may have some that's probably not, but eventually you'll get their attention if you're really about it.
What's up? You gonna help her get in the music? You gonna help your sister get in the music?
I don't think it's the music that she wants to do at this point.
Oh.
Like she'll gladly come on a track and hit some vocals. She can sing.
Oh, she can sing.
But I think it's more of like influencer, social media game and rural that she wants to tap into. But I'm sure, like, not even sure, I'm positive. Yo, this is something that we all want to do. Like, even my mom, I remember,
She
man.
gonna hop on
No, like my mom would, growing up, bro, my mom would walk around the house just singing these like church hymns and these songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, dude, that is an amazing voice. Like, what? Never really spoke to her about it, but I'm like, that is an amazing voice. But that's it. It stopped right there. Then it came back to me full circle. Like, wait, everybody has something in this family. Everybody has this talent, this something, that if they express and work with, it can become something glorious. It didn't have to be music for me. It could have been anything. Yeah. When I say I'm prodigy, I'm not like no, nothing crazy. Just I'm speaking from the point that I can expand in other places. Like, it could have been art for me. I grew up drawing. Then I started messing around with cameras and film. I took film classes. You know what I'm saying? Then, like, it could have been anything. It's just music just happened to be the one that spoke to me at this point in my life. That's going to change. It's not going to be like that forever. Like, I'm going to dabble in something else. I'm going to create pieces. It's one life. Do what you want. Do what you love. Who's telling you what to do? No.
My parents. No, I'm joking.
My mama said I can't do it.
No, but that is true, yeah. Like, your family or your peers, they can put pressure on you to, like, do certain things.
100%, yeah.
So it's important to take a step back
and it's crazy too. It's crazy too how, you can be in a household where, oh, I love this. You could be in a household where everybody's saying, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. And then you turn around and go do all of it, right? Mm-hmm. And then on the flip side, because I know her, she's a nice lady. She has a son. She lets her son do things. Like, she said, hey, before he went off to college, he said, hey, you can go ahead and try weed. Go smoke it. And her son said, no, I don't want to do that. Like, what game is that? If you allow for like freedom or just allow people to do some things, they won't. It's the resistance element that makes you want to, pursue something. So growing up in those households or coming from families that tell you can't do anything, all right, see what that person does. Yeah. I'll prove you wrong big time, like immediately. But yeah, we're all there, man. And I don't think it stops at us. I think we're like, just every human on this planet has the ability of just doing whatever it is that they want, as long as they, just stick to it, man. Persistence and hard work.
Patience.
And patience. And you'll get it. You'll get it, man. And I know in the moment, in the times, it just seems grim. There's a lot of stuff, obstacles in the way, blockades and people telling you can't do it, it won't happen. if you got people telling you can't do it, that means you're going in the right direction. Like, for sure. It means you're there. Because it's not going to pop up if there's no grain you're going against. I kid you not. It's not going to pop up. Or it will. It will. But but in this case, man, if someone's telling you can't do something,
Yeah.
prove them wrong.
I have one scenario. All right, imagine the complete opposite, right? They are saying that, oh, you can do this, or you should live out your dreams, but then you have no support. Like your family's like pushing for you to do it, but then they never come out to see anything.
No one's watching. No one's.
So like, how does that still motivate you to do something? Because you're getting the motivation, but you're not seeing the action.
Then it's, where are you getting that motivation from? Because there's people out here who have that self, like, pushing, like, as soon as they wake up, the first thing that they say to themselves is, okay, I'm going to get it done. Like, whatever it is that I have to do today, I'm going to do it. And i.e. Kanye, But then there's also some people who it's not always about, family is important, but it's not always family who's going to be by your side. Sometimes it's the stranger that you really connected with, or that felt, that your music connected with them. That's always going to be there for you, because you were there for them when they needed you. Like, it's deep. It's deep.
It is deep. And I would say in terms of something like that, I don't make music, but we put out stuff, of course, and trying to, not looking at the views or the results. I feel like that's kind of important. And a thing that I like to always think about is fall in love with the process, not the result. Yeah. Because if you do that, then it doesn't matter what happens, like, in the end. Like, if you're enjoying what you're doing, and of course, if you're well out, like, like, if you're supporting yourself, don't, well, you can if you want to, but don't do something you love and, like, end up homeless, unless that's something you want.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's all I need.
You saw Cynthia over there.
But yeah.
Sorry.
Do you believe in a reincarnation?
No.
Oh.
Because I don't fully believe in it, into the part, like, where you come back and you look like someone, or to a point where you come back and have the same views as another person. You can agree with someone and then also try to share what you agree with. You can do that, but as far as coming back, I don't know about that. Like, your energy's there, but your energy is morphed by 500 other energies mixed together.
It's just an interesting question. I was thinking earlier, like, what if, like, you reincarnate just, like, within, like, your family, and it's just, like, it's kind of like everyone has a tribe, and it's just, like, it's like a cycle in a way, where you're coming out every, like, 3 or 4 generations of family.
But I look like my grandmother. Like, I look like her at this age. Yeah. So it's kind of hard for me to believe in reincarnation when she still exists and I'm still here. But
that
strong genes do exist, though.
You said what?
Strong genes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Because that's wild to see, because there's a new element that's been brought into the picture, right? So your grandmother from your mother's side, or
my dad's side?
Your dad's side. But then again, you do have a whole new mother, like who came into the picture. So to still come out with very distinctive similarities. You know what I'm like? That's wild to believe. I mean, not really. It's not that far down the line, but still, exactly like your grandmother at this age.
Yeah, I've seen it happen in other families too.
Yeah.
So like it was this one guy I was dating, and he looked exactly like his grandfather, his great grandfather.
Mm.
I mean, even going forward, we're gonna be able to tell a lot because I mean, everyone has like their pictures on social media and stuff, so you'll be able to see your great grandpa's your great grandpa's IG.
That's funny, bro.
Have you guys looked in your family tree of photos and see if you look similar to like an uncle or granddad or something? Even a female too.
I haven't, but I've gotten a lot of, yo, you look like your dad. I don't think so, bro.
That's why he's blonde. He dyed his hair.
I had to change it up. I don't look like you, bro.
He told him that he dyed his hair the
Pops,
next day.
I'm sorry, I don't look like you. No, I'm kidding. No, but I don't see the similarities, but I guess, I mean, I wouldn't. It would be, something that somebody else would have to tell me. But I'll add this to it, and this is a little creepy in a sense, but this is real and it really happened to me. So in meditation one time, I was sitting there, eyes closed, and I kid you not, a mental image came up. And it wasn't like a picture, it was a video. It was playing in my head. Eyes closed. So just imagine with your eyes closed and you see a video. So it was a man sitting down in crisscross applesauce. And he was looking directly at me. So just imagine closing your eyes and seeing someone looking at you. Mm-hmm. And that man looked like me, but older, of course. That's what I'll say. That was about it. That's the only time.
That's your ancestors.
I don't know what that was, but he didn't say a word. He was just looking at me.
That was Neuralink.
I'm like, brother, what you doing?
that was you from 50 years in the future.
Brother, what you doing?
Hey, that's some hard meditation.
That's crazy. Brother, what is you doing? Say something. You just looking at me.
You entered it. You ever watched The Last Airbender, Avatar?
Yeah, of course.
You entered the spiritual realm. What would they call it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a minute.
Spiritual.
But that's my show.
World.
Avatar know what they're talking about. That's all I'm gonna say. They know what they're talking about.
So imagine, right? You at that age that you saw yourself in, right? In present day, and then you have deja vu of this moment, or that time you had that dream, or.
That's why I need to go meditate more.
I need to see myself. I need to see where I'm going. Imagine that's what everybody been talking about this whole time. Everybody meditate. I promise you, everything you want is coming. Meditate. And I ain't doing that. You do it and you start to see shit. What? This is what y'all been talking about.
Now you on the bandwagon and meditate.
Hey, y'all better meditate. I know where I'm going tomorrow. What? I know what I'm gonna eat.
I'm gonna meditate tonight.
That was scary. It wasn't in the moment. It wasn't. I'm not because it was very quick. Mm-hmm. But then afterwards, I started to think about it. Like, yo, what was that? That's when it started to hit me a little bit. But it's weird in the sense that even the worst of worst in the moment. Well, I won't say worst. I can't say that. But there's some things that can happen to you in the moment that, I don't know, it just feels neutral, or whatever you're feeling in the moment is in that moment. But it's not until afterwards, when that moment has passed, that's when you start to add all of these like energetic like emotions and feelings to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody comes into this room and starts to share a story with you about a traumatic event that happened to them, you think, oh my gosh, that's so sad. But the person is chilling. Because when they were in that like scenario, it didn't affect them the way that you think it would or you thought it would. It was just, I know I'm all over the place, but I'll explain. I'll get a little like I'll dive a little bit into it. So I was sharing this with you off mic, but if I told you that, at the age of 11, I was in a house fire, and my uncle tried to, well, he did. He set the house on fire, and we were all in it sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody sees that because I just tapped into your mind. I just tapped into it. So now you're imagining this. So if I told you that, you would think, oh my gosh, whoa, that's crazy. Yeah. But in all honesty, we got out the crib and we was just chilling, and I was just like, when am I gonna sleep? Like, when am I and where am I gonna go to sleep tonight? Because I'm tired. I just woke up from sleep. That was where I was. So I don't know. It's
you know what the opposite of that is? PTSD.
What the hell?
Yeah. No, like, because PTSD is like you can't separate the emotion from the event. So every time you have something that makes you
you're right. Mm-hmm.
The same emotions from the event.
It's like a trigger. So as soon as you think about that or it comes up off rip, you just get into that.
Have you had any triggers from that? That made you think of that?
No, a lot of. Because that wasn't the first one. I won't hold you. But
first house fire?
No, not house fire, but like things that happened throughout my life. But yeah, I've been in like a handful of situations, and I've learned from each and every single one of them. Even the lesson that I didn't know that I needed at that time, like I've gotten something out of it. Yeah, because that could have went really left. That could have went so left. You know, could have been very different. I'm grateful for what did happen, what did take place. I mean, I can't take it back, but at least, okay, everybody got out of it safe. Like, it's beautiful. And I've also been in, situations where I've never shot a gun, bro. I've never been, you know what I'm saying? But to be in a car where somebody just randomly pulls one out and starts waving it around, you feel me? That shit like that is scary. Yeah. So having not ever been around one or seen one, somebody just takes one out, loads it, and then waves the shit around. And we're driving to go get some food. What is you doing? Like, what are you doing? So I get it, man. Some of these situations can be like very traumatic, detrimental, and even triggering to some people. But for me, nah, none of them really did that to me. Yeah. Maybe subconsciously.
That's where
maybe subconsciously.
Those are what the daggers are.
Because I've been in I guess relationships, and I say this in quotations, that affected me in a way that made me look at every other relationship after it differently, you know? So like my lens got jaded. Started seeing differently. Started the way I approach, women is different. Or maybe I might not at all because of that situation, or you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Things like that happen, but in a sense of, okay, I'm gonna, it's gonna affect me and affect my mood, and nothing like that.
That's nice. You level-headed. Yeah. That's a good thing. That's a great thing.
Yeah. You ever write them all down?
What?
Your traumas?
No.
That's something crazy. I did that last year. That's a crazy thing to do. I mean, it's good, but it's hard. Like
to look over the stuff that you've been through.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like if you've never done it, like you list all of them, like all like that you can think of.
I witnessed a traumatic experience for someone else. That was crazy. Like, it wasn't... All right, so it was traumatic, but it wasn't very dramatic. It could have been. No. All right, let's say we coming from a house party. It's me and 3 of my other friends in the car. And my good friend is driving. And next to me is, let's say, someone I'm dating, right? Mm-hmm. Well, it is someone I have dated.
Yeah.
This is a while ago. And he's driving the car, we're in the car, we're chatting, listening to music. The next thing you know, he runs the stop sign. And there's nothing I could have done at that moment. Yeah, it could have been a bad experience, but it wasn't. And there's nothing I can change. But for that person, it was very crazy for them. And I don't know what they've been through to, have such a reaction. But they took that entire night out on me.
Oh wow.
And I wasn't even the one driving. So
Damn.
I was pretty level-headed about the situation. I just couldn't get them to calm down in a sense. And so I just like, didn't know like exactly like how to handle that situation. Besides be the target practice.
Dang.
Oh man.
And that ties back to when we talked about the animals and traumas. Like they're there even if like you don't know. And if you don't know, like you'll act out and not even know that you're acting out like a pattern or like a learned behavior to deal with the whatever triggered you.
Yeah.
The funny thing is about like the animals, right? My mom is like absolutely terrified of insects, bugs, animals. Luckily, she likes dogs and cats. It took her a while. It took her a while to like cats, or to even let me have a goat in the house.
I mean, that's not.
That's yeah. I mean, no, ghosts are cool though. I can't lie, and I like the eyes. Nice
I'm
eyes.
glad that like her fear never rubbed off on me.
Yeah.
That's probably why I liked them so much, because she was so afraid. I was like, maybe I don't want to be like that growing up.
That's interesting. That's because I feel like with certain things with our parents, you go one way or the other, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to be like that, or I never want to be like that. You know?
She's too submissive. I'm gonna be outgoing, you know, or you know, he's too quiet, so I'm gonna speak, or he's too loud. I don't want to be too loud, so I'm gonna just be more reserved.
Yeah.
It's too loud people. Oh, come on. Nah, it's not something you want.
They were the life of the party. Now I'm the life of the party. We're just gonna keep it going. We just one routed.
Whoa, that would be such, for me at least, an annoying home. Everyone's just loud. What do y'all want to eat? Huh? Y'all want food?
7 in the morning.
Yeah, I want food.
Back door. What you cooking?
Man, gotta get out of here.
That's funny. You'd probably. I could see myself being like that at like 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning. That's funny. You'd probably be annoyed as hell. Because I'm a morning person, so. And it's weird, like I don't drink coffee or anything. I be waking up with energy.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just like as soon as the sun up, I'm up. You know, it's just natural. Just like I have to get up.
I guess that's a trait. That's one of my traits.
Early bird?
Not just that, but like I wake up with like energy.
I mean, yeah, it's also how you treat your body. And,
I be like,
you know,
No,
if you wake
that was
up
me when I was a
and,
kid.
if you wake up and it's like time to exercise and work out, then your body already knows, you know.
Even before though, I was
it.
exercising a lot. I would wake up.
I had to get up like 6:30 in the morning when I was a kid. So now it's like embedded in me. I have to get up so early.
Yeah, it's funny. Like,
Oh, what? Yeah, you're right. Oh yes, you tapped into a memory, man. I would wake up at that time, like I think not 6:30. It was like 6. I'd be like, oh, I don't want to.
why?
I don't want to do this. That's how I knew. You're not a morning person. This is not for you. But yeah.
Well, thank you, Cynn Sage, for pulling up.
Thank you.
We enjoyed having you. You want to shout out any of your work, any of your stuff? Where can people find you?
I have music out on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. That I don't use as much, but I gotta get that thing up.
Yeah.
You can expect more music videos and an EP coming late summer called Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Oh, yeah.
And you can check out her new mixtape. What is it? Cinder Block.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Cinnablock, stop
1, 2,
playing.
1, 2.
All right, y'all.
Dope.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Deep Thoughts.
If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Our link tree is in the description, and you can check out previous videos on the YouTube channel. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and a review. Maybe we'll read it on the podcast one of these days.
After you leave that rating and review, be sure to share it with friends, family. You know, deep thoughts. Come on, family. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's grow.
Y'all take care. Peace.